because the one thing we know for sure about the climate is we need to quit burning fossil fuels as soon as possible. So that's really big. Just reading a book called This Changes Everything by Naomi Klein. It's a great book if you haven't read it. And she says in there that we don't need another movement to change, these massive problems that we have. But what we need is a movement of movements, which means we need to align better, right? The Black Lives Matter movement, women's movement, Greta Thunberg's Youth Fridays for Our Future movement, on and on and on. There's great things going on out there, but we need to align and have greater impact. Kind of like what somebody mentioned, Elon, I think, right? The fact that this guy's talking like an idiot now, and everybody's quitting buying Teslas or turning them in and donating the money to charities. Huge impact on this guy, right? That's what we need. There are bad actors out there that we can impact. So the ability of people to step up and create change en masse, to align those different impacts, I think is amazing what's going on. And then in the straight up energy field as well, lots of stuff. But I mentioned earlier about the changes in 3D printing human skin, being able to print homes in the middle of the jungle in the poorest areas in the world. It's just, our society is being transformed by technologies, and I think that's a big part of what's going to save us and help to save the planet for humanity.
There's something like that you didn't say directly, but I think is really important here, and it's like that interplay between large-scale movements. Like really, there's, like you said, there's groups doing different things, but there's no one really coming together. Well, not that there's no one, but we need to come together. What's missing is coming together to go deeper and take action into that. And that's from a group aspect, but you also bring in the individual importance, like the importance of how your individual action can actually create ripples of change, like what you're seeing with Tesla.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's such a beautiful example of the interplay. Like often, especially when things are so big and existential, and it can kind of feel like, what does my one action do? But the example you just painted is, well, it does actually a lot, and that's what's missing, and that's what we need.
Yeah.